Yes, I think I got logged out by the internet. Okay, that's better now. Right, so like I said, before we get started, let's listen to the AI song about Aurum Foundation, and then we will begin immediately. Send messages to your groups to come because we are live now.
Aurum Foundation is more than just a fintech company. It is literally a money tree and different from any business we have ever done online because this is fintech with over 16 different products now.
Hit a row of trades for you even while you sleep 24/7 non-stop. And there are four now with the newest one, Nairo, trading for you while your money remains in your wallet. Your earning grows as you grow in Aurum rankings. Share Aurum with others and the Aurum cards using top their rankings. Reach the Oracle level. Money grows as you're growing rankings. Reach the Oracle level. Bait their friends and family to the Aurum exchange and get a referral bonus. Please note, all companies use referrals today. It doesn't make the company bad or a scam. Your money works for you here without you referring a soul because this is an investment company. You can choose to withdraw daily or compound your capital. Give yourself a chance to earn money while you sleep. Plug in once and keep earning multiple streams. From Maldives states that Aurum Foundation Company is now legally registered in North Vancouver, Canada. The company is officially reflected in the Canadian registry through Aurum Neuro AI Corpis. Company Rancher. No real world assets. Real estate property in Bali. Indonesia will be added, so we can own properties even with the smallest 200 and above. Full estate bought and paid for by Aurum Foundation already. Decentralized perpetual trading platform built on Polygon platform is ready. New chief operations officer Andrew Isaacs is onboarded and begins duties immediately. July 16, 19th is the new date for the Aurum leadership event off the coast of Turkey. Let's grow this company and we will be rewarded. Don't miss this opportunity. This is created by Lower Tasia, lead in the making, but alpha is the goal. Don't give up on yourself. When there is life, there is hope. Earnings root as you walk when all changes. Reach the cover grow level. Earnings root as you walk when all changes. Reach the cover grow level.
Yeah, so greetings, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing? You're welcome to our meeting today, our 54th day, 54, day 54 of 90 of our daily dose of Aurum Foundation, where we show you the opportunity that we have been leveraging on in the world of artificial intelligence to earn. Well, we show you how we are now part owners or co-owners of gold, of being a part owner of real estate, even in Bali, Indonesia. Well, we show you how we have physical card that we can spend all over the world with our monies that are online, and an opportunity for you to create real wealth for your children, for your grandchildren, for your loved ones, and even for your dependents. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Twedo Akbewe Jackson, formerly known as Lawyer Taj. a lawyer by profession, a crypto expert, and I'm here to show you this opportunity that we have been leveraging on. And once again, I want to thank you all for being on here. I see different names that I've never seen before in the meeting. Madhashod, Mwenya, uh, Jerry, and all other wonderful people. Happy, don't worry, someone's gonna answer you as you write your message. And after then, we are getting started right now. So I'm just gonna make a couple of my co-hosts back once again. I can see Lisa Bright is here, aka Wang. Good to see you on the call. How you doing, Lisa Bright? You ran away from us. Mr. Chromatic, I'll make you a co-host. Good to see you on the call. Mr. Bright, let's hear your voice now. Why are you showing hand? Are you all
My
right?
leader, I greet you, sir.
Yeah, good to see you. Lisa Bright, talk to
Good
me.
evening.
I
Good
Eh?
greet you, Mr.
evening.
Sir.
Okay, how you doing?
Good
Good to hear you.
evening.
Good to hear
I'm
your
okay.
voice.
Yes.
After you hit
Thank you.
Oracle, we did not hear from you again, eh?
Eh?
After you hit Oracle, we didn't hear from you
Oh,
anymore. Only you shop the $5,000. It's okay. Oh.
oh, I'm not into Oracle.
I said
That's where I'm waiting now. I've qualified, but I'm just waiting for my Vanguard Pro, second
okay.
Vanguard Pro.
You get there in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good time once again. I want to show you now the opportunity that we'll be talking about, and we have been showing since the past 53 days that is life changing. Allow me to share my screen. Let me see if the recording is on first. Sorry. Oh, it's been recording, right? So I'm going to share my screen immediately, and then we get started. So yes, while that is loading, we had an awesome time in Port Harcourt. It was a full house. We had to do 2 sessions. And Ghana is for this week. This week, Saturday, we are in Accra, Ghana. We're, well, in East Legon in Ghana. So if you have friends, family, or relations that you want to know about the business who live in that part of the world, feel free to connect them. We'll show the poster afterwards. But yet again, you're welcome to Aurum Foundation, understanding the modern fintech ecosystem. 3 things I want you to take note of. Number one, I am not your financial advisor. I'm your financial educator or tutor because the opportunity I'm going to show you is one that I've been taking advantage of and it is working well for me. The second thing is that we will be using certain words here that are sacrosanct to your understanding the business because for every different profession, there are certain dictions that make sense to it. Words like ecosystem, words like financial technology, words like fintech, words like fintech products, words like real world assets, tokenization, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and the likes. And so if you hear something you don't understand, please feel free to write it down and do your research later because this opportunity is the one that a lot of people are taking advantage of and it's working well for them. I want to use this opportunity too to also I want to use this time too to also give a big shout out to Elon Musk for being the first trillionaire. And that's simply because he's one who believes so much in the world of AI. He showed us a lot about AI, but a lot of people didn't understand how it worked. Today, he's a trillionaire. The closest man to him is more than $900 billion behind. And that's Larry Page with 300 billion. So guys, the opportunity I want to show you is one that has been created in the world of AI and has created something new in the world of finance. So once again, welcome to Aurum Foundation, which is the company that we're about to talk about. And that company has shown that AI has been doing the work for us and earning for everyone. And so AI is not just a trend anymore, but a new level in the world of finance. Because of its impact in the world of finance, there has been created a new sector called artificial intelligence finance. So please listen to this video as I play it so you can understand what I mean.
Is unfolding, powered by technology, driven by blockchain. Introducing Aurum, a smart AI-powered ecosystem built to create automated income on the blockchain. With automated AI trading bots, your capital works for you. No stress, no daily effort. Led by Brian Benson, former Binance director and fintech expert, affordable access, sustainable monthly returns, optional compounding, and real Visa card integration.
If you don't earn while you sleep, you'll work forever. Start where you are. Take action today.
If you don't earn, you work forever. I'm sure the lady will just be cautious because basically no one works forever. In fact, there'll come a time in your life that you are too old to carry out all the things that you normally do. And that's why we always need to send our money on errands, which are called investments. We need to invest because time will come that you'll not be able to carry out all the works that you're doing now. So that's why investment is very important. Not savings, ladies and gentlemen. Investment, because investment doubles the values of whatever you have or triples the value. Right. So what is Aurum Foundation? Aurum Foundation is a decentralized fintech pro company. Aurum Foundation is a decentralized fintech company dedicated to the development of disruptive, innovative crypto products and AI-powered algorithms that redefine how users manage and grow their digital assets. Aurum is a decentralized fintech company dedicated to the development of innovative crypto products and AI-powered algorithms that redefine how users manage and grow their digital assets. And so one of such companies that made us understand that the world is in the world of digital finance, we are no more in the traditional system, is Binance. And how do we know that we are now in the digital era? I would say that more than 99% of us on this call have a bank account or bank accounts. But I would say also that over 80% of us haven't needed to go to our bank since the past 3 months to do anything. Why? Because right from our phones, we're able to carry out transactions in the millions. And so that alone shows very much that we are in the world of finance today. And so platforms like Binance helped pave the way, help make us understand how powerful the world of finance is and how you can take advantage of what digital finance has brought. And so with Binance, which I've used for quite a long time, I've been able to earn money, understand what cryptocurrency is, own, keep, stake, P2P, different coins. And so, how did Binance where did Binance begin from? Binance began in 2017, posing as a fintech company with three different products: Binance Exchange, Binance Token, and the Binance Staking. But in 2017, a lot of people didn't believe in cryptocurrency. Many still believed that Bitcoin was a scam. Even the government of the world criminalized the use of cryptocurrency. And those who knew nothing about Bitcoin or the blockchain technology said it is all a passive phase. Today, these are the words that have bettered what we know today as artificial intelligence. And so, in order to raise money back in 2017, Binance had to sell its tokens at 50 cents per unit. After the wholesale, they got about $12 million from the ICO, which is called an initial coin offering, just we have the IPO in the traditional sense. And so with $12 million, Binance decided to go into the world of digital finance with these products: the exchange, the staking, and the tokens. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 years down the line, Binance is worth over $100 billion, having over 300 million users and over 20 million users on a daily basis. I have used Binance today. I have paid my $3, $4, $5 for my transactions. And so you can imagine if you have 20 million active users paying at least 5 million or $5, that is worth over 100 million in a day. And so with the fact that they had that fintech product called an exchange, it blew the company to a multi-billion-dollar company. And so before I even got to know about what a fintech is, if you had asked me what is Binance, I would have told you that Binance is an exchange. But I would have been wrong. Why? Because Binance is a fintech company that has created different fintech products that just by using the products you can manage and grow your wealth. And so in the same vein, the opportunity that we have today is like we've gone back to 2017, right where Binance started. But this time, we're talking about Aurum Foundation because it is just at its beginning. So how do we understand what Aurum is? How do we understand Aurum the right way? Aurum becomes easier to understand using the ecosystem concept. That is, it's not just a public exchange. Aurum is not a bank, even though it has a neobank. Aurum is not an exchange because it has an exchange. Aurum is not a trading company because it has 4 different AIs trading for it. Instead, Aurum is a fintech company with different fintech products in its ecosystem that improves the finances of its users just by usability. It's a fintech company with different fintech products in its ecosystem that improves the finances of its users just by usability. And the next page, you are going to see all the different fintech products of Aurum Foundation. 16 in number, guys. If this is your first time on this call, please take a screenshot of this page because you will need it in order for you to understand how sustainable and the longevity of this project called Aurum Foundation. Aurum Foundation has 16 different products that we can break down into 5 different headings, namely financial infrastructure. Under financial infrastructure, you can see things like the Aurum Exchange, just the way Binance Exchange was, the Aurum Neobank. Binance does not have a bank. Aurum Staking, of course, Binance has a staking. Aurum Flash Loans, and the Aurum Visa and MasterCard. Guys, these 5 products in itself shows you that this company is ready in regards to financial infrastructure. They have a lot on ground. In regards to payment systems, you see the Aurum POS and the ATM, which will provide seamless crypto payments and cash access worldwide. These ATM machines will be placed everywhere Aurum is for anyone to use. These POS machines will be shared out to small and medium scale enterprises to do business. And so there will come a time when you and I will be able to carry out crypto transactions even on the streets of Lagos, even in the streets of our homes. That is going to be made possible when these payment systems are shared out. In the world of real-world asset tokenization, so let me explain what tokenization is. We are now away from the traditional system where you need $1 million to buy a property or where you need huge amounts of money to buy a property or own an asset. In the world today, technology has created what we call the democratization of wealth through what is called tokenization. So what is tokenization? Tokenization is the breaking down to divisible units of an asset so that one could own $100, 500, 1,000, 2,000 worth of the asset, even though it is in billions. So let's take an example of, let's say, Eco Hotel, which is a multi-billion-dollar asset. You and I can be co-owners of Eco Hotel if Eco Hotel is tokenized. means that each and everyone can come with small amounts of money and be part of it. If that is done, it holds a huge advantage for Eco Hotel itself because it will be worth a lot more, having a lot more people being a part of it. And so in the world of real world asset tokenization, we have gold and we have real estate. So you can be part owners of gold or full owner of the gold. You can be part owners of real estate in Bali, Indonesia. As we go on, you will understand what I mean. The Aurum flow, the Aurum network, and the Aurum tokens all make up the blockchain and core and crypto assets of Aurum Foundation. Remember, we talked about the Binance tokens. Let me give you the whole story. So, when people bought those tokens at 50 cents, as Binance Exchange began to run, these tokens were being used for payments and charges and fees and commissions on the exchange. And as more people continue to use it, the value increased $50, 100, 200, 300, so much that it got to $1,010 for one Binance coin. Today, it hovers around 500, 600, but it still would have been massive, massive profits if you and I took the advantage of buying into the Binance token back in 2017. So let's say you bought $100 worth of Binance tokens at 50 cents. That would have been over 2,000 units of those tokens. One of those tokens is now selling at 500 plus. You would have been a multi-billionaire in Naira, multi-millionaire in dollars. This also is an opportunity that is open to you and I, because of course, with the exchange on and running, Aurum token will be released, like releasing the Kraken. And those who have taken advantage of wealth creation by buying into these tokens will really be wealthy. So you see the different opportunities right here in Aurum Foundation, not just having AIs trading for you, which of course is the part which we call AI and automation. As we speak, there is or exists no other exchange, no other fintech company that has more than 4 different artificial intelligences, and these ones trade in different markets. And so we're going to talk a little briefly on these different AIs that we have and how the advantage it holds for you to be a part of it. The Aurum's use AI bot does between 10 to 15% every month, and it is traded basically on your cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Pepe, Solana. And so what it means is, for example, if you had 100 Solana in Binance in January, if you go check it now, we're still 100 Solana, but maybe what would have changed is the price. But if you had that same 100 Solana in Aurum Zeus AI bot in January, by February, based on the fact that it increased between 10 to 15%, you could have seen it to become 110. By the end of March, it could be at 125. By the end of April, it could have been 145, and so on and so forth. And so you see an increase in the quantity of your crypto. And when the price increases, you would have earned a lot of money. The Aurum XAI bot is the flagship product of the company that you come in with that does 16 to 18%. The Aurum XAI Pro bot trades on Litecoin USDT and does 7 to 12% monthly. The Aurum AI agent, which is the quantitative agent, is the agent that works for the Aurum Nero, which is the latest of the AIs that the company owns, which earns a whooping 30 to 32%. 30 to 32%, guys. So you see, they are different products of this company, quite unlike what you have invested in before and maybe lost your money. Maybe they had one product or just an ideology. But here you have different products that span into every facet of human endeavor that can really create real wealth for you. So here we have a secured, decentralized, scalable, innovative, and global product with this company. A very scalable one, in fact. And so when you go to services, you could see that there are different services inherent in the ecosystem. Services ranging from the digital wallets to the payment cards, to financial education, to technology assisted tools, to transfers, and sorry, so there are financial education, technology assisted tools, transfers, trading, exchange, global payments. These are different services that are inherent in the Aurum ecosystem. And then the optional utilities that you can see up in this ecosystem in different ways. Just pardon me for a second. I need to take this call. Sorry for that breaking transmission. So members who could choose different services they plan to use. Some just use the wallets to earn. Some use the Visa card and the MasterCard, which allows them to carry their monies all over the world and spend all over the world. Some focus on AI trading, artificial intelligence trading for them using the 4 different AIs of the company. And that way they earn on a daily basis. Some focus on team building, like you and I, growing a team, going around the country, showing people the opportunity and letting people become financially free just by you having these seminars and events worldwide. And some focus on just growing their cryptos. That means putting all their monies on cryptos and having it being traded by those used bots. Yeah. And so, what is the vision and mission of this company? What is the plan of this company? What do they plan to do? You know, if you're in a company and the company doesn't have a mission or a vision, that means you're going nowhere. But here, Aurum has a vision, which is to create 1,000 new millionaires, from the ecosystem by simply using the fintech products of Aurum. That means by the simple usage of all the different products like the exchange, like the card, like the AIs, by just using it, you can grow your wealth and eventually become a millionaire. And so we're going to listen to the words of Brian Benson, a man who's got over 27 years of experience in the crypto, blockchain, tokenization space, the world of trading, a man who was formerly working with Morgan Stanley as a trader, a man who worked as a director for Binance for years and helped open over 8 countries in Latin America, a man whose impact in the war in the company called Binance cannot be underestimated. He's the one who's the CEO of this company, and let us hear what he has to say in relation to Aurum Foundation and what he did in Binance.
We're on a mission. 1,000 million don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people turn into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield-bearing assets, through a lot, compounding interest, through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. And these are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And we want to be a fintech fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world. And I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
I think what we have at
And so you can hear from the words of himself, Brown Benson, letting you know that he has done this before. This is not his first rodeo. He was one of those people who made Binance successful. He told you his story, his experience, and so that means that he knows what he's doing. And with Aurum Foundation, you hear him when say, I think what we have in Aurum is like what we had in Binance. Guys, they say follow who no road. Okafor, you'll be able to ask your question at the end of the call, or you can use the chat box, write out your question on there, and then we can handle it. So, in fact, when I read about him, there were so many stories online about Bram Benson. It's not real, it's AI, he's this, he's that, never worked for Binance, this and that. And so when I had the opportunity to meet Bram Benson for the first time was in January of this year in Dubai during the official launch of Aurum Foundation. I asked him a lot of questions, and I saw that he had a huge passion for Aurum Foundation. He was so futuristic because he tells you things that they plan to do over and over and over again. And I felt at peace knowing fully well that these were the people who are the helms of affairs in this company. But guys, this is not a one-man squad kind of company. This is a company that has people at the helms of affairs. He's not the only CEO of the company because, as you can see right here, Leonardo Galindez is the CEO of the Aurum Exchange. So, come to think of it, why would Aurum just give a CEO to one product directly? Remember that the exchange was the product that made Binance extra successful. The exchange was the product that made Binance a multi-billion-dollar company today. And so, a little about Leonardo Galindez will let you know that he's experienced because just like Brown Benson, he is an ex-Binance partner and he's the founder of his own exchange CoinX. But when Brian extended his Olive branch for him to be part of Aurum, it stopped the company and came fully into Aurum Exchange as the CEO of Aurum Exchange. He scaled crypto infrastructures for over 300,000 users while he was in Binance. And so here's another experienced professional who knows his onions. There are not only two CEOs that handle the issues of this company, they have what is called a strategic global team with over 32 individuals handling different parts of the company. And so Shane Moran is the Chief Network Development Officer. For those of us who have done network marketing a lot, he was one of the co-founders of Organo Gold, a coffee company a long time ago. Nicholas Kellan, Brent Folfart, Tobias Bauer, these are relationship advisors in relation to venture capitalists, VCs. So venture capitalists are companies that have millions or billions of dollars that are looking for new technology to invest in or even own so that they can make more money. So we have more than 5 different VCs, venture capitalists in Aurum who are putting their hundreds of thousands or hundreds of millions in part of this business. So when you think of that, it gives you much more succor knowing fully well that there are mega companies here who have invested a lot. So even if you're coming with 10,000 or 100,000, you need not be scared because this company is going to last more than a lifetime. Andrew Isaacs is the COO, the Chief Operating Officer of Aurum Foundation. And yes, I had to take a picture with him during our trip in the Maldives in April. Very intelligent guy. He's got over 18 years of experience in investment banking. Has done over $23 billion in executed transactions. Pause. $23 billion, guys. Not Naira. So let's do a little math for those who like math. times 23 billion times 1,300. No, 1,350. And tell me how much that is in naira. You will know that this man, of course, knows his onions. And over 2 billion in digital asset deals. So you find out that every part of Aurum Foundation holds different professionals. So now let's delve into talking about some of the major products of the company. I call them major because a lot of people certainly love them and they use them. So you find out when you become a member of Aurum that you are open to the usability of all other products of the company. Nobody stops you. It's each according to his financial ability. And so the XAI bot was created in January of 2023 and has done a profit of over 641% since 2023. And this picture you see here was in April of this year. So we got May and June. If you add that, this figure could have been like 700 plus right now. Well, let's leave it at 700 hypothetically. That means that if you had $1,000 in Aurum Foundation in 2023, $1,000 would have been today $700,000. Let's imagine this was 700. If you had $100 in there, it would have been $7,000 already. In the same vein, ladies and gentlemen, if you have $1,000 in Aurum today and keep it for the next 3 years, you would see the massive value it will be. And so, by just becoming a part of Aurum Foundation is simply subscribing with $19.99, which gives you the opportunity for the AI to trade for 12 months for you non-stop. So whatever your financial ability can bring, even if it's as small as $100, the AI will trade on that $100 for you. If it's $1,000 or 10,000 or 50,000, the AI will trade on it for you. So another advantage that it gives you for being part of Aurum Foundation is that when you activate the XAI bot, it gives you full access to all other Aurum products and services. You can also participate in a marketing plan that maximizes your earning potential, join a community of ambitious, like-minded individuals, and then gain access to official training, events. So I've been 8 months in Aurum Foundation, and I'm proud to say I've been to 3 countries already. Next month, we all are going to Turkey for our leadership events. The 3 countries are Phuket in Thailand, Dubai in the UAE, Maldives in the Southeast Asia, and then Antalya, Turkey by God's grace next month. And so if you're one who loves to travel, you will have the opportunity to travel. And let me just ask now, since we have about 60 individuals here, if you are one who loves to travel, give me the alphabet B. But if you don't like travel at all, you just like sitting in your home, give me A. So me, I'm one who loves to travel. And so let us see here, those people who love to travel and want to use the opportunity with Aurum Foundation to travel all over the world. You can see even Dr. Demi, even though he's in the UK, he likes to travel. It's not by going to Manchester, going to Liverpool, or going to Chelsea. He wants to go outside the UK to enjoy. You can see Michael B. Michael, Ajani, say travel, Tilao, Jerry, Grace, Eunice, K Black, Mobo, even you want to travel. And so be a part of Aurum and you will travel like us all over the world. Now, based on the capital you come in with is how much the company pays you. You see a smart company. You must know a smart company when you meet them. So who comes in with $1,000 will not be any the same with who comes in with $100. Because who comes with 100 to 249s on the basic package is going to earn in 10.49%. Who comes in with a 5,000 to 9,999 will be earning 13.99%. And who comes in with a $50,000 and above will be earning 16.62%. Remember that the XI bot earns between 16 to 18% every month since the past 3 years, non-stop. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 24/7, non-stop since inception, 16 to 18% every month. So let's say, for example, that he did 16% for this month, and you are on a $200 package, you'll be earning 10.49%. So the company's going to pay you 10.49% and keep the other 6% to themselves. If you're on the business package, for example, you're earning 13.99%. The company's going to pay you 13.99 and keep the rest 3%, and so on and so forth. So you see that just by only this product alone, this company is making massive wealth in regards to commissions. So that would give you enough mind to know that yes, it's a company that's going to last very, very long. And so we decided to do this calculation to show the monthly amount you stand to earn on different amounts of money you come in. And that's why you see capital, you see percent, which shows the percentage you stand to earn on a monthly basis. The dollar value, the naira value, and risk-free. Risk-free here means that you have earned 2 times the value of your capital, which therefore makes you risk-free. So we're going to look at the 200. I don't tire for this 200. We're going to be looking at the $300 package, the $10,000 package, and the $100,000 package. So the $300 package, you will be earning 11.3%, which amounts to $33.90. If you convert that to Naira, that's about 50,850. I hear that's some people's salary. And not just that, you become risk-free in 9 months. That means you would have earned 2 times the value of your capital, which is $600. If you come in with a $5,000 package, you're going to be earning 13.9%, which amounts to $695. So you will be getting $695 every month. You choose to withdraw it if you want. You will withdraw this amount of money every month for the next 12 months. Then your contract ends. When your contract ends, you wish to push it forward, you do another renewal of $20 for the bot to trade for you. If not, you can take your money and say, thank you, Aurum Foundation, I've made money, I'm good to go. So the 5,695 becomes 1,042,500, which you become risk-free in 7 months and 2 weeks. But let's say you come in with a $50,000 package, that's going to earn you 16.6%, which is $8,300. In Naira, that's 12.4 million. And in 6 months, you become risk-free. Guys, notice this is based on simple interest. You are withdrawing every month for the next 12 months. You can also see that the higher capital you come in with, the more you earn. And also, the higher capital you come in with, the quicker your risk ends. So you become risk-free quicker. Some people would want to say, okay, I want to come in with $5,000 and I want to be withdrawing every month. If you do that, you would have earned over 8,000 something dollars at the end of the day. But then some people would say, let's see if I compound this amount of money, what is it going to be? Because you all know how powerful the word of compounding is. And so Alhaji Ibrahim came to me and said, Lawyer Taj, you know what? My son is in secondary school. I want to give him the best university education. I want to invest $500 for him now, so that in the next 5 years, I have more than enough money to take care of him. And so with the help of the profit calculator, we're able to calculate his potential earnings on a $500 for 5 years. We put on the compound interest, meaning that he's not going to withdraw any penny from it for the next 5 years. And it came to a whooping $3.4 million. In fact, $3,459,062.67. He was wowed. I was flabbergasted. It was a beautiful amount of money. But then again, some cynics will say, well, Taj, with $500, well, I don't mind investing that. But for 5 years, Taj, 5 years, are you sure this company is going to be here for the next 5 years? And my simple answer to you is this. If Binance, having just 3 products, started 9 years ago with just $12 million, today they are a multi-billion-dollar company, 9 years after, not 5 years, what would you say of a company that has 16 disruptive, innovative fintech products that people are using on a daily basis? Hmm? It's going to last long, right? Another reason I'll tell you this is this. The people who founded Aurum Foundation are the same people who worked for Binance and have done it before. It's not like they're trying. They have done it before, and of course, they have the experience to do it again. Thirdly, there exists as we speak what is called the Aurum roadmap. There exists what is called the Aurum roadmap. The Aurum roadmap shows you what this company plans to be or what this company plans to do within the next 13 years, 12 years actually, because this roadmap started as much as 2023. 2023 was when the roadmap started. And so I want to share with you a brief picture, a brief video that explains the roadmap of Aurum Foundation right here. So after this roadmap, you will now tell me or tell yourself that is this company worth investing for the next 5 years? Do you think I can put in my money here and leave it for the next 5 years after you watch the roadmap? Because it will explain to you what this company plan to do from 2023 to 2024, not what they plan to do, what they have done. Because we who are already in Aurum 2026 will tell you for a fact these different products have been created and has made a massive difference in us. So please listen because it starts from February 2023.
February 2023. The old financial logic start. We wanted to create an ecosystem that would unite artificial intelligence and finance to make asset management simple, scalable, and secure. That's how Aurum was born. The starting point was EXAI Bot, the first AI-powered trading solution, an algorithm that laid the foundation for an entire era. From that moment, we began expanding at the speed of light. We've built and are implementing a vision that includes trading AI bots, exchanges, neobank, crypto cards, and real-world asset tokenization, official registration in Hong Kong, and the first features in global media. The creation of Aurum Neobank, the launch of Zeus AI Bot, and the flash loan license surpassing $1 million in profits. The opening of our headquarters in Dubai, where hundreds of industry leaders gathered. The world started to talk about us. We were featured by Binance, Benzinga, Crypto Reporter, and Blockchain Wired. Forbes called us the new infrastructure of global finance. But this is no time to pause. We're gaining momentum. We launched Aurum Academy, strengthen our team, and appoint Brian Benson, a professional with 27 years of experience, as our CEO. Global events in Vietnam, Dubai, and Antalya. Thousands of cards sold, and the launch of the AI agent ecosystem. Today, we stand on the stage of Token 2049 Singapore, alongside the leaders of Binance, Tether, KuCoin, and Tron. And this moment once again proves Aurum is a global ecosystem of worldwide scale. But the most important part, this is only the beginning. The next decade will be one of expansion. In 2025 to 2026, we bring Aurum Neobank to the mass market. Hundreds of thousands of users, millions of transactions. The launch of Aurum Exchange, which reaches $5 billion in trading volume within its first year. AI bots manage over $100 million in assets. The first 5,000 cash-in and withdrawal terminals appear. Aurum establishes its presence in 10 countries and secures its position in the global market. In 2027 to 2028, we raise the bar. Neobank reaches 2 million users and 1.5 million cards. During this period, Aurum Dex, a next-generation decentralized exchange, launches. Personalized AI-based services emerge. Credit scoring and capital management. The first RWA deals worth $500 million are integrated. The terminal network expands to 20,000 points across 20 countries. By 2029, Neobank evolves into a super app. Flight bookings, taxis, car rentals, food delivery, while transactions exceed $20 billion. Aurum Dex cements its position within the ecosystem with $5 billion in trading volume, becoming a key element of Aurum's DeFi direction. AI agents operate for hundreds of thousands of businesses, and RWA grows to $5 billion. Aurum becomes an ecosystem that accompanies users every day. In 2030 to 2033, we reach global scale. Neobank's user base hits 12 million and over 10 million cards. Inside the super app, 15 to 20 integrated services and partnerships with 500 global brands. Aurum Exchange reaches $90 billion in trading volume and enters the top 10 global crypto exchanges. The terminal network expands to 100,000 plus locations across 50 plus countries. The annual Aurum Global Summit gathers 5,000 leaders. By 2033 to 2035, Aurum Neobank enters the top 5 global neobanks with a valuation of $10 billion plus. Aurum Exchange remains in the top 10, while Aurum Dex surpasses $20 billion in trading volume. AI manages over $5 billion in assets, and RWA exceeds $20 billion. We are present in 75 countries, with 1,000 global partners and over 100,000 terminals. The Aurum Global Summit brings together 10,000 industry leaders. Aurum becomes the symbol of a new financial era, a system that made finance accessible to everyone, a story that has already transformed the industry, and a future that already belongs to us.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, you can see for yourself when I said the company's game plan for the next 12 years is ongoing. It's not just ongoing, we have been 3 years into it already, and it has been awesome. And in fact, from that, it shows me so much that there's still other products to come. And that gives me the greatest peace of mind. Well, that shows that this company knows what it's doing. And so once again, let's see what the XAI bot has done for just this year. 16.85% is what is done in a month of January with $77 million then in its trading pool. Trading pool here means that when everybody become a part of Aurum, they bring in their money, and this money was added on here, which the AI bot trades with. February 16.96%, trading pool has increased to over 90 million. March 17.02%, you see $105 million already in its trading pool. And in April, 17.15%, trading pool already at 125. May 17.33%. And so you can see, based on this calculation, all the way from January up until May, over 85.31% of the end already. If you had 100%, let's say your capital was 100%, already you would have earned 85% value of it. You'd have earned over 85% value of it. But if you had compounded and say, okay, I'm not withdrawing anything, you would have earned over 119%. How did I know this? I put the question on ChatGPT and said that it's 17.33 in May, and if this is compounded without any withdrawal of profits, how much in profits will a capital of $1,000 be by now? If you started with $1,000 and compounded the monthly returns, so let's say without withdrawing any profits, it would have been this. First, with $1,000, you can see in January 16.85 came up to $1,168. February 16.96 became 1,366. And so on up until May, when you saw that the total figure amounted to 2,198. That means you have not just earned your capital, you've earned more than your capital. That means your original $1,000 would have grown by over 119.83%. Guys, I don't know if you need any more pushing, but for me, what I've seen is more than enough for me to say, yes, I want to run with this vision. And I believe this company, with the way it is now, is going to last long, really long. So, we want to talk about the second product of the company, which in fact, this was the product that sold me. Because in July, when I was informed about this company and its products, I didn't believe. I went online to say I want to do my due diligence. Instead of checking Aurum Foundation, I went in to check Aurum, and I saw a lot of rubbish Aurum trading boards, Aurum being used in different companies, Aurum this and that. And I gathered all those misinformations and took it to my team and told everyone not to invest. And this company is likely to fall by December. But guys, do you know what happens? Many of my people who told not to join, they passed my back and joined the Aurum Foundation. So July, I wasn't earning nothing. August, September, October, I had the opportunity to go to Thailand through a company that wanted to open in Nigeria. And we told them that Nigerians are tired of online businesses. We want to see live and direct all the things you've said. And so they flew us to Thailand. While I was in Thailand, I got a call from my good friend Leo Shit. And Lee said, Taj, I hear you've been castigating recently. You've been castigating this Aurum Foundation. The battery, please. Put this off. You've been castigating this Aurum Foundation. Just come and see how this works. Because we are coming for an event there, you're going to meet the owners of the company, everyone who's part of the team. And so I said, okay, I will come, but Lee, where I'm at, it's like I'm in the north and you're the southern part. How do I get there? Lee said, don't worry, come. I'll pay you every money you spent. I'll take care of you, Taj. I am financially free now. I'm almost financially free, but I can take care of you. That's not a problem. So make your way. North Africa, man, once we hear free, we don't move. That's why they meow straight. I saw him for the first time over 7 years, after over 7 years of doing businesses online. Also later, we had dinner, we had a great time. He took me to my hotel and paid for 5 days with this card. And then he gave me the card and said, Taj, do you know what this is? I looked at the card and I saw Aurum, Aurum Infinity, Visa. I said, Lee, are you telling me that with this card, you can load your earnings online, put it on this card, and spend anywhere you go? He said, yes. I said, wow. And you know what? That's not the best part. What? That's not the best part. What's the best part? We are spending USDT. Huh? So because the card is denominated in USDT. So every country you go, you can spend and get fiat of any country. So even if in the US, you use the card on the ATM, it brings out dollars. If you're in the UK, you use the card, it's going to bring out pounds. Even if you're in Nigeria, you're going to bring out naira. I said, wow. It was then it dawned on me that it was not my village people doing me, but myself. I went online, did what is called due diligence, packed all the fake information about the company, and believed it hook, line, and sinker, not giving Aurum the chance to know that these products really exist and they work. And on the spot, 17th of October 2025, I signed up for Aurum. And I signed up for accounts. Some people will say, why? It's because I knew that I was going to build the business. And from what Lee has explained, it's a business that I needed 3 legs under me to grow. And today, I am something else. I'm not something else in Aurum. I'm elite in Aurum. Guys, you have to see this picture. Look at the face. Face never change. Let me go to the previous. Look how I look here. And see how I look here. January 17th, I got my own card. After like 3 months of enjoying Aurum money, I became elated. This card, what I spend everywhere with. Guess what, guys? As soon as I made my way to Africa, I decided to use the card everywhere I went. So when I stopped in Ghana, bought some perfumes at the airport and decided to pay. The lady said it's $103.95 in dollars. So I said, okay, dollars in Ghana, let me use the card. $103.95. Okay. So I'm in Ghana now. I want to use my Visa card, Aurum Visa card. It's gonna work. Touch. Okay. I just put in and it's approved. You see, live card here in Ghana. Worked one time. You see, Aurum is wonderful. Not just wonderful, Aurum is awesome. Aurum is awesome. Because apart from then, as I made my way to Nigeria, I started to use the card as soon as I dropped off at the airport at the ATM, the Zenith Bank ATM. So I want to try the Aurum card on the Nigerian machine.
wace za ta taimaka ma yayin amfani da na'urar mu na karɓar kuɗi wato ATM. Enye fanoni ọbụla karịa ATM ka ị na-ewepụta ego n'ihu ATM. Ikukwara ka onye ọbụla ọbụla ya ọnọdụ kwuru oge
So charge the machine. So transaction in progress. Going. Live. Right here in Nigeria. Got the Aurum card. Hey, do you want a transaction next? I said no. So give me my card. Guys, and so since that day, I've been using the card in Nigeria, and it has helped me a whole lot. I do a lot of transactions on there. I don't have to get an aboki or go and change money anytime I'm traveling. I travel with the card and I use it everywhere in the world. The other powerful AI that the company has is called the Nero Quantum Alpha. Quantum Alpha is the AI agent of the Aurum Nero, and these earn between 30 to 32% since inception. It was officially launched once again yesterday, and so even with $100, you can be part of this. $100, you can be part of the Aurum Nero, but you must all come in through the XAI bot firstly. And so at this time, I would love to call in my co-hosts, Mrs. Loveline Mamodu, to handle the part of this presentation. Loveline Mamodu, I hope you have good internet. I've made you a co-host before. I'm making you a co-host again.
Yes, I am. Okay. Thank you so much, Lawyer Taj. Good
Yes.
evening, everyone. Trust our day was beautiful. Thank you for having me tonight. So right into it, this slide is about the strategic goal tokenization partnership with Sierra Leone. And so this partnership is important because it gives Aurum access to one of the world's most valuable assets, which is gold. Right? And through this partnership, Aurum was able to gain access to a $15 million investment initiative, a reliable supply of 22. Please go to the next slide. I have moved on to the next slide already, showcasing the access Aurum had with a 50 million investment. Yes, that slide. And a reliable supply of 22 to 24 karat gold and direct relationships with mining partners. One major advantage of this opportunity is we're able to acquire gold at up to 30% below the market value, right? Through structured supply agreements. And so this has helped create additional value and potential profitability within the ecosystem. Now, Aurum is also able to build the foundation for the tokenized gold, right? Allowing physical gold to be represented on the blockchain. And so this helps combine the stability of a real-world asset with the flexibility of modern financial technology. Next slide, please. Next slide, Leota. And so on the discounted gold futures, this concept is basically simple, right? When you participate in this program, your investment is split into two parts. 50% goes into the physical gold trading, while the other 50% goes into gold futures. So this allows members to benefit from both sides of the gold market. So the investment comes with a 12-month lock-in period, during which the gold-related activities are carried out, right? So at the end of the 12 months, members are able to choose they can either receive their gold in physical form, or they can choose to have it issued as tokenized gold on the blockchain, right? Giving them again a digital version of their assets that can be easily managed and transferred. So what makes this exciting is that Aurum is able to combine the security and the value of physical gold with the flexibility and innovation of blockchain technology. Again, giving members the best of both worlds. Next slide, please. Next slide, Lawyer Touch. And so this is Bokari Kaloko, he's Chief of Africa Relations. Another major strength of Aurum, I would say, they have quality leaders in terms of partnership and leadership. He was added to the ecosystem a couple of months back. Bokari Kaloko brings over 25 years of experience in finance and banking. He also previously served as the Deputy Finance Minister of Sierra Leone and currently serving as CEO of Clink Mining. Right, his experience in government, finance, and mining plays an important role as Aurum expands its presence across Africa and also strengthens its gold-backed initiative. Next slide, please. Next slide. And this is Nick Patel. He's a real-world asset relationship advisor. Again, Nick Patel adds another layer of expertise to the Aurum ecosystem. He has over 25 years experience in global finance. He is the CEO of Bank of Bullion, and he has extensive experience when it comes to gold trading and real-world assets, right? His involvement, I would say, has been able to support Aurum's vision of connecting traditional assets like gold with modern blockchain technology, helping create long-term value for members and investors alike. The next slide, please. And on the Bali real estate for Aurum, Aurum's vision extends beyond just digital finance. Now it has extended beyond that into real-world assets, right? So the project in Bali represents the company's interest in real estate developments and asset-backed opportunities. Again, demonstrating Aurum's commitment to building tangible investments that can help create long-term value while also further diversifying the ecosystem. Already, we've gone through the products within the ecosystem. We have over 14 yield-bearing assets. This happens to be one of those yield-bearing assets, right? And then the next slide, Lawyer Taj. And then for the Aurum Exchange, in addition to its trading platform, Aurum Exchange also rewards members for helping grow the ecosystem, right? So through active referral rewards programs, members can earn additional income by introducing new users to the platform. Again, as the exchange grows, members have the opportunity to benefit from both the platform's services and its expanding community. Next slide. Now, another exciting opportunity within the Aurum ecosystem is the liquidity staking. Members can take a variety of leading cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, USDT, and others, right? While earning competitive annual yields. This provides a very simple way for members to put in their digital assets to work, right? Generating potential passive income while still participating in the broader Aurum ecosystem. This again is another example of how Aurum combines innovation, flexibility, and wealth building opportunities all in one single platform. So Aurum is the place to be. You don't want to even be caught on fresh. The next slide, Lawyer Taj. And so the Aurum Elite Cruise is happening live in July from the 16th to the 19th of next month. The Aurum Elite Cruise is more than just a vacation. It's a reward and recognition event for leaders and top performance within the ecosystem. So events like this will usually bring together members from around the world, right? Creating opportunities for networking, learning, collaboration, and also celebrating the success stories that has been attained by these leaders. And so another example of how Aurum is building a strong global community and not just, a financial platform. Next slide, Lawyer Taj. On the Canadian license secured, perhaps one of the biggest milestones for Aurum this year was securing its Canadian license, right? And this is important because it strengthens the company's credibility. It expands its international presence, right? And it also helps open doors to operating in one of the world's most respected financial markets. And so for investors, it shows that Aurum is focused on long-term growth, not just the short term, but the long-term growth, the compliance, and also on global expansion. Next slide, please. And this is from license to full expansion. So securing the license, guys, was just the first step. And so the next phase is full expansion into the Canadian markets, including the launch of a physical office in Canada. The target for this year and next year is to penetrate into other countries, Australia and the United States. So our fingers are crossed. And so the next slide, who is this business for? The question we often hear is, who is eligible to do this business? The answer is simple. Aurum is for anyone looking to participate in the future of finance, right? Whether you're an entrepreneur, an employee, a business owner, an investor, even a student, or someone looking to create an additional income stream, yeah? The ecosystem offers opportunities for people from all backgrounds. You don't need to be a crypto expert. You simply need a willingness to learn and take advantage of the tools and opportunities that are available. Next slide. That slide, I believe, is the slide where we'll be hearing from the CEO. So rather than just hearing from the presenters and the community leaders, it's important we hear it directly from the company's leadership. Please, let's take a listen.
Okay, hi guys, I'm here with Mr. Brian Benson, CEO of Aurum. We're here in Victoria, a lovely hotel. Brian's flown in just for a few hours just to meet some of the leadership team. So I guess I've got one very quick question, because I know you've got people waiting for you, Brian. I'm a guy that wants to share this project with the everyday man and woman, okay? So the students, the tradesmen and women, the retirees. Why is it that this project is something that those sort of folks should look at?
Well, I think that's a great question, and I think it's a very simple answer. Up until the most recent sort of decade or the last few years, the financial system has been sort of rigged towards the big guy, right? And in banks, for example, they take in $1,000, they loan out $12,000, they keep all the money. And I think what Aurum is doing is putting that on its head, where we're bringing technology that people can use to make their lives better, but also they can use it to grow a business or to refer their friends to it, right? And so what we're doing is we're sharing the commissions that the banks usually keep for the executives across the entire network. And that's really beneficial to the tradespeople, to the people that have a small amount of money to invest, because they're able to not only get a strong investment here where a lot of the rewards are coming directly back to them, but they're also able to refer their friends and family or other people and make a commission off of that. So I think it's twofold. I think it's one is we're passing as much as we can on to the community, and secondly, we're giving an opportunity to people with very little investment to have some sort of business that can work for them. So.
And give them great hope for the future in what is becoming a very crazy world out there. So listen, I won't keep you any longer.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Brian. Look forward to seeing you in Dubai.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, we've heard it all from the CEO. Beyond the technology, Aurum is really about people. Just like the CEO said, the vision has always been centered on financial inclusion, making tools and opportunities that were once available only to large institutions, but now it's now accessible to everyday people like you and I, regardless of where we live. And so we want to make sure we grab that opportunity and be a part of this amazing company. Now, very quickly, we move into the FAQs. Please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box or ask after the session if your questions were not addressed. And so the first question says, what makes Aurum different and why does it stand out? I think that answer is really obvious with all we have heard this evening in terms of the structure, the leadership, the technology, and the real usability. Aurum is not just an AI bot, it's a full ecosystem. Aurum has strong leadership, real people with proven experience. Aurum has AI-powered automation, so you don't even need to be a trading expert whatsoever to be able to, earn and, progress on this platform. We have the Aurum Visa card where your earnings are being transferred into. So you're not just seeing your numbers on the screen, but actual real money you can spend. Aurum has multiple revenue streams with over 14 yield-bearing assets, and it's affordable. With just $120, you can join and become a part of the community. And then the early positioning. Currently, we are over 200,000 active partners globally. And so, yes, Aurum isn't hype. It's structure, utility, and opportunity all put together. Is Aurum a Ponzi scheme or a structured fintech system? So first things first, what's a Ponzi scheme? We clearly know what a Ponzi scheme is, right? It's one where money is used from new members. Money from new members are used in paying old members, right? There are usually no real products or service, and existence largely depends on recruiting more people, to keep them going. Now, you want to juxtapose that to a structured fintech ecosystem like Aurum Foundation that has AI-powered trading tools, that has exchange infrastructure, digital banking solutions, staking mechanisms, real payment utilities. Come on, guys, the difference is clear as crystal. While Ponzi schemes will usually rely on recruitment for survival, the Aurum Foundation is built around real utility and the functional ecosystem. Now, who is behind Aurum? Leadership and credibility of a company, you agree with me, cannot be overemphasized when it comes to making investment decisions, right? You don't put your money where you don't know much about the company. And so that's why we take time to educate prospects about Aurum Foundation, every now and then. Aurum Foundation is led by Brian Benson. He's a Web3 and finance professional with decades of experience in both the digital assets and traditional finance space. He previously served as a director at Binance for Latin America and has represented Aurum on various global platforms. One of such was the Token 2049 Singapore, engaging with key players in the blockchain ecosystem. Now, one thing we must note is that Aurum is not a one-man show. It is not built around just Brian Benson, right? But it is supported by a strong leadership team, as already discussed by Lawyer Taj in the course of this presentation, so that I don't bore us again. And so clearly it shows us that Aurum is a company with structured leadership, strong partnership, and a clear direction for the future. Now, the question about regulation. Aurum Foundation operates within the Web3 and digital asset space, which is still evolving, but in recent times is increasingly becoming recognized globally. And so it's clearly different from the traditional finance that we all know. And so Aurum Foundation, we must know, is registered and has presence in Poland, in Hong Kong, and Dubai. It has its headquarters in Dubai, right? And so these jurisdictions are known for blockchain innovation, operating in line with applicable compliance standards. And as we are aware, like I already mentioned, Canadian license was recently gotten. And next is to go into US, Australia, and we keep expanding. So you see that these guys are not joking. With growing involvement from governments and financial institutions, as mentioned during the real-world assets tokenization and presentation, we'll see that without saying that the space is becoming more structured and more credible. And so Aurum's focus is to operate responsibly, right, within this evolving space, while positioning itself as the leader when it comes to AI, fintech, and the digital finance space. Now, can I withdraw my capital? The next slide, please. Can I withdraw my capital? Yes, you can withdraw your capital on the 1st, on the 10th, and on the 20th of every month. However, it is important you understand that there are various products as earlier itemized. And so the withdrawal conditions will usually vary depending on the product you are running with. So for the XAI bot, which is the flagship product of the company, a 12-month cycle will usually apply on our trading capital, right? As the amount is deposited, the amount you deposited is already deployed in active trading for you. So accessing it before 12 months might attract a 35%, not might, will attract a 35% penalty because it looks more like a premature liquidation. It is global practice when you have a contract to fix an amount for 6 months or 12 months and you come after 3 months that you want to liquidate. The bank or the asset management firm will definitely charge you some form of penalty and all of that. So it's same thing. So for your profits that you can withdraw anytime, multiple times, even in a day, round the clock, 365 days a year, as long as you have up to $25 and above. And then you can choose to receive your earnings on your crypto wallet or exchange or directly credit it into your Aurum Visa card. Now, the processing period typically takes between 12 to 72 hours, to hit your wallets, depending on the blockchain confirmations. While for the Zeus bots and the XAI Pro bot and even Nero, the new agents for the futures trading, there's no locking period, right? You can withdraw your capital, your tokens, and your profit anytime. Now, is there risk? Of course, there is risk. Anything that has to do with investment opportunities, carries some level of risk, right? And so the real difference is not between whether there is risk and whether there is zero risk, but rather between unmanaged risk and controlled risk, right? The latter, which is the controlled risk, is where Aurum Foundation comes in, right? Because Aurum operates with AI-driven algorithms and defined strategies that is designed to help manage these exposures, ensuring that decisions are based on real data and structured systems rather than, basing your decisions based on emotions. And so if anyone says there's no risk in crypto, that's a big fat lie because when risk and crypto, it's basically 5 and 6. You can't separate one from the other. But the goal for Aurum Foundation is to ensure that not necessarily eliminate risks outrightly, but to manage it efficiently. Now, the next question says, are profits fixed daily? Not exactly. Profits are not fixed daily. And honestly, fixed daily returns in the volatile markets, for me, is a red flag. You know why? Returns vary because the markets vary, right? I mentioned to us that markets and risk and volatility with the crypto market is 5 and 6. So every market is unique in its way. Some days perform better than the others. So the days that perform better, obviously you get better returns and vice versa. However, with Aurum, you already have an idea of what your monthly return on investment is, right? Depending on the capital you must have deposited with the bot to trade with. So it's usually ranged from 10 to 16% for the XAI bot, between 6 to 8% for the XAI Pro bot, 10 to 15 for the Zeus bot, and of course, Nero, an average of 30%, monthly. And so with Aurum Foundation, the focus for us is consistency over time, not just daily promises and unrealistic guarantees that when you now do for some time, it's no longer sustainable. No, we take pride in consistency because we want to be here for the long time. We've seen the video that shows the roadmap up until 2035. That's the goal and even beyond. So we are based on very realistic returns, right? And so it's also important for us to note that we are participating in a real active market with price movements clearly influenced by the forces of demand and supply. So no one can predict the movement of the market. It can either go north or south or however the market, how the swing goes. And so what happens during market crashes? That's during high volatility, portfolio will usually fluctuate, yes. The AI will usually adjust based on the program strategies. And of course, we would experience some short-term swing like I earlier mentioned, right? Again, like I already said, volatility and crypto are 5 and 6, and so you can't separate one from the other. And so, but for me, guess what? Those volatility and all those market crashes are basically what drives our daily earnings, to be honest. Because if what we're basically doing is buy low, sell high, right? If you buy low and the market is not swinging, upwards, you can't make a profit. If you're buying high and then you go, so it's basically buy low, sell high. In less than in milliseconds, the AI is able to do all of that activity and then it comes out in profits. Do you understand? So markets crash or high volatility does not necessarily take away opportunities, but it's quite the opposite, to be honest. And then can AI stop or control global market crashes? Of course, the answer is no. Because again, no one or institution, like I said, can control the global market. It is basically influenced by the forces of demand and supply and how the market swings on as in each day is unique in itself. So the system is, however, built such that it is able to respond by adjusting strategies and navigating movements instead of freezing, during downturns. And so for us at Aurum Foundation, discipline and structure is what keeps the system steadily running, even when it's the bear market and when there's very high volatility and all of that. We are still running our show and getting our daily profit irrespective, right? Nothing like floating losses whatsoever. Now, the final question says, why join now? You should join now because the company is just getting started. You should join now because you need multiple streams of income in an economy like Nigeria. Next year is the election year. We don't even know what to expect. So you don't want to just sit there and say you're waiting on your salary can never be enough. You should join now because you have piles of bills waiting to be sorted, right? And so the list goes on and on. Joining now for me is usually more about timing and positioning. Like those who did at the time of Binance, like I explained earlier at the course of this presentation, they're basically reaping the reward of their investment now, right? So what better time to join with all we have heard tonight? So for me, AI and the digital economy are gradually taking over. Now on the product slide, these amazing products have already been discussed by Lawyer Tajan. So just imagine using one ecosystem, one dashboard, one connected financial, what's it called, structure, instead of having to juggle between various different platforms, right? And so Aurum Foundation is able to integrate the exchange, the Aurum Neo Bank, the Visa card, the staking, the token, and of course our Aurum AI bots, which is like combining all your financial services, spending, trading, banking, automation, investment, all of them put into one digital structure. Again, making Aurum Foundation your one-stop shop. So guys, what we have in Aurum Foundation is beautiful. We don't want to even, miss being a part of it. Next slide, Lawyer Taj. Next slide. I think we've listened to this video, right? The roadmap. Aha.
Okay, yes, thank you very much for that presentation. Anybody has any questions? We're going to be looking through the chat now to see if there's any questions here that will answer. Ajani, this is a long-term business that we can close our eyes to fully invest for long-term. Yes. Okay. The audio, okay, sorry about that. How can one key into accumulating Aurum tokens now? Just become a part of Aurum. I will show you how to go about getting your tokens. It's easy. Corinne, say hello. Can I take funds from my XAI bot? It's a mature account and transfer it to another bot. You can withdraw those funds from the XAI bot and then you can invest it on another bot. You can't just transfer from the XAI bot directly. You must withdraw it first. Right, so are there any more questions? Anybody would like to add a thing or two? So if you're new on this call, please get back to whoever added you on the call to be on there so that you can learn more about the opportunity that Aurum Foundation has to offer. We'll be back here tomorrow. We're having our noon session by 1 p.m. I hope to see you guys then. Okay. All right, so I want to thank you all for coming on the call once again. As we normally do at the end of the call, feel free to unmute yourself for your goodbye and God bless you.
We'll run this again 1 p.m.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. All right. Goodbye, everyone. God bless you.